I'm surprised I have another video to make on this game, but I thought this one's worth talking. One that I haven't seen anyone talk about, not on the Reddit, not on the Discord, not on Twitter. I haven't seen this for all. Not even the patch notes seem to say it. So I wanted to cover it because I don't think anyone else has. And I don't even know if it's new to this season or if it was in the season 2, because we're on version 1.09. 1.08 actually changed some stuff with same Stampede with like party matchmaking and stuff. You had different match types for like duos and squads, which currently there's only the solos option. I don't know if they took the others out because they realised no one plays the game, so I think those options are worthless. Although you can have like a party in solo, so you can have like your friends in a match, so that's kind of neat. But yeah, there was I'd argue a more significant change. I don't know if it was with that previous update or if it was with the Season 3 update, but even though Same Stampede still is listed as Season 2 in the menu icon, I don't know why. But even though it says that, it actually has been changed. And season 2, if I recall correctly, I did this too. It actually changed the imagery. It didn't change anything with the map, the stadium itself. It's just as different PNGs. Like this is very basic stuff. All they've done is go to their images file for this mode and just swap the PNGs around. Now, that's all the coding it is. For some more updated stuff, like Willow's on the truck now. I remember Mark Henry was on it in another season alongside, FTR and Kai Bakary sucks. And you've got like All In and Wrestle Dream banners. So stuff from like recent months. A lot of loading screens, we got new loading screens that seem to have replaced a lot of the older ones. Which I kind of don't like. It doesn't really matter, but I do find it funny how I'm modernizing, keeping up to date with this imagery, when it just as more of a reminder that a lot of this stuff isn't in the game. But yeah, it's like little posters there. I think that's MJF versus Jay White, and I don't think Jay White's coming as DLC to this game. Not in Season 4, at least. If they do a Season 5, then maybe, probably, but yeah, that's just a little thing that's changed. That doesn't really matter, so I'm going to move on. I haven't noticed any other differences compared to how it was in the last season, since that version 1.08 update. But something I did notice when I tried playing the game, and I was checking it online because I was seeing if people are playing with the new season, the answer is not really. There's added a quick play feature, so I think this might be a part of that to just make online more accessible. I quite like quick play. The imagery for the quick play button is really low quality. Same for the images here. I think that might be a Switch thing, which is strange because we had much clearer images before. Like, this is not a demanding game. The Switch can run it just fine. So I don't know what's happened there. That might be on all platforms. I'm not sure. Let me know. So I'll just get to the change and I'll ramble on a bit about other stuff. When I was checking if people were playing, I got into a match and I found it curious because I got a little icon in a bar and right that reads, "There are no players participating in this match on the opposing team, so this will be a no contest match." And I was a bit puzzled. I thought, maybe someone was in my lobby and just left. I don't know, but the entries, there's 3 out of 30, but look at the names, it's just generic real names. Sure, the rank, they generate different rank, but those are all bots. If you're familiar with the mode, you'll know they're all bots. They're all AI that autofills the match, so you have 30 players at all times. I think the most I've had in one game is like 4 players. This has been quite a dead mode since the start of the game because the game itself online is already dead, which is unfortunate, which is why I feel this is so important. I got into another match after completing it, and the same thing happened. I noticed it was about a 3-minute wait before it just automatically does this. and I got the same thing. So what this is it's just an automatic way to get into this match. Before, you would just get an error saying you couldn't find a match because there's no players online. Now you actually just get put in a match regardless if you get to like a 3-minute point, which is a long wait. But if you really want to play this mode, you can play it whenever now, which I think is very good. I think you could have just had an offline version. However, this will do the job. Of course, if you have access, internet access and whatnot, then this will be fine. Because it plays the same, it's just there's no actual players. You got the bots, which filled up most of the regular matches anyway. The AI is not great. I've noticed a lot just go in the storm and die. I think that's the main issue with the AI. Because the AI is actually a bit of a challenge, and I think that's just mainly because your moveset's limited regardless, so even a bot is going to have quite a fighting chance in this battle royale. But yeah, a lot of them just have really robotic movements, and I don't know how they decide where they're going. I've noticed a lot of bots just sort of stand in place until they detect like another enemy nearby. So that might be why they're getting lost in the storm, or whatever it's called. I think it's just called the storm in this game. I don't think they were very creative with the names, but yeah. At the end of the day, you can play this mode. And what does no contest mean? No contest means you don't rank up. Your rank is not affected at all, which I suppose is fair enough. However, you do level up. I went from level 31 to level 32. It counts towards your win count and whatnot. So I think that's quite nice. It's still sort of same to play. If you didn't get the level up rewards at release, you can now work towards them. So yeah, I think that's quite neat. I am quite a big fan of this change. Because I like the Battle Royale mode. It's just the problem was the game was dead. And it still unfortunately is, but I think they've made the right changes. Like I said before, you have the quick play options, which now negates the issue of there were just so many different matchmaking areas. You also have like an automatic matchmaking region thing now. So different regions doesn't really matter, other than the fact that you could get someone in a different region and the ping's just awful. But right now, there's only 3 different matchmaking forms, because you have the quick play for casual, quick play for ranked, and then you have same Stampede here, which is just as it was before, except now you will just get put in the game regardless, which is good. And I think it helps a lot as well, because you can kind of, not really, because it's just not designed to be this way, but if you're doing like a universe mode thing, an exhibition thing, then you can kind of treat this as a match type. Somewhat. I think there's some creativity you can do with it. I just think having such a big part of the content to this game actually available at all times is good, because I think as a side mode, this is very cool. I don't think the game needed it, but I thought it was quite cool, and I had a lot of fun the week people were playing, and then I stopped like everyone else, and I found a few people since, but I don't think I played it at all in Season 2, which is why I'm not sure how long this has been around. I don't even know if this is new to this season. But regardless, I haven't seen anyone talk about it, so I figured let's cover it in this video. So I'm quite satisfied with the state of online. I think if they added cross-platform, that would further help resolve the dead player base issue. But fundamentally, if the game's dead, the game's dead. I don't think there's anything you can do that would help with the state of online, because online in wrestling games isn't popular to begin with. So even if you balance the game and whatnot, I don't think it does anything. I don't think it achieves anything if you work on this online much more. I think having the quick play thing was necessary, but I think you just kind of leave it there. And also having the quick play mode also means that, yeah, you can add more match types now. I think there's a chance the reason they weren't adding match types before, and they still haven't, but I'm hoping, or maybe it's just copium, but I'm hoping there's some match types soon. I think the quick play option might open them to doing stuff like that, because the amount of match types doesn't matter anymore, because you can just go to quick play and get matched with anyone in a match type, right? So that doesn't really matter. So you can have more options, and then also have them as matchmaking online options. Which, again, it's not a perfect system, but it works now. And I did find a few players the other day in quick play. I didn't find it was in Stampede, but I found people in the casual matches. I think people play when there's like an episode of Dynamite or whatever going on, which for me starts like 1 a.m. But I think that's kind of neat. There's a community that cops on every now and then. I'm aware this game is even more dead on PC than Switch, but I don't know if it's much popular on Xbox or PlayStation. I just know the game's struggling online and all this. I don't think the game itself is struggling. I'm not sure on that. Of course, critically, it's been a shit on quite a bit, and mostly rightfully so. But they're on a third season now, and there's a fourth one planned. So I feel like they're making enough money to keep supporting this. So I hope there's more match types. That's for saying Stampede. I think it's fine. I think this is a great change. I can now play this mode. Like it's not ideal. I think polish the AI a bit more, since again, their vision was obviously you play against other people, but your online's dead, which I don't think is their fault. That's just how it is with wrestling games. But yeah, I think you got to polish on the AI a bit more, just because that's such a key part of it. But it is cool to experience it. You can also work towards your badges, I think. I think you can still get the badges if you care about that. So I think it's just good stuff all around there. So yeah, and I wanted to bring up the match discussion because that's the thing I mainly want. And this is sort of like opening your options. So I think it's good. It's a good sign. It's a good sign. I don't really have anything else to say other than I'm quite hopeful for the future of this game. I don't expect much until like May, where we probably get season 4. And I think season 4 is the season that makes or breaks the game. I don't think season 3 was that. I think we had quite ridiculous expectations for season 3, because I'm surprised we got season 3 so quickly anyway. But season 4, that update's got to deliver some match options, which in the files we found, and this isn't new, but in the files there is stuff like having match rules, and it's just a simple toggle option that you need to make it available, because there's a lot of simple stuff like submission only, for example, KO only. I could just list so many things. I'm not going to waste time doing it. You know what I mean. And if it was this whole online stuff that was the problem, that could change. And maybe with it, same time he gets an offline mode. I don't know. I wouldn't get your hopes up too much, but I feel like there's gotta be something with match types. It's the most requested thing. They've been adding a whole lot of stuff, surprisingly. So I feel something's gotta come. Something's gotta come with the match types. And this is a step forward, because I feel like you've sort of unlocked this as if it were a match type for people to play when there's no one online. And I think that's quite cool. Also, if you are playing with friends and you don't really have anyone interfering and you get in a match anyway, probably, you would have been able to do that before, I suppose. So that's not a big deal. But yeah, that's about it. I just think this is quite good. Again, not an ideal situation, but I think this was the optimal way to resolve it, because you can play the mode again, regardless of your thoughts on it. So that's cool. And yeah, that's about it. Of course, I will do another video when there's more information. I probably won't do a video when there's when the Claudio or the Hater DLC comes out, because other people are going to cover that. I don't think there's enough for me to really talk about that's groundbreaking, or my own thoughts don't really mean much on it. So you'll probably see me do another video on this game when Season 4 comes. So yeah, stick around for that. I suppose you have video ideas for this game, let me know. But there's not much. There's not much, quite frankly, and I do quite enjoy this game, but if I say that, there just isn't much. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. I hope this is good news for some of you who wanted to play this mode. Now you can. But yeah, I just keep it waiting. I don't know if it's guaranteed to be 3 minutes, but it seems to be like an average of 3 minutes will put you in the match. For me, it seems to be bang on the 3 minute mark. But I'm not exactly sure. But I do know this definitely works all the time. So yeah, that's just good news. So yeah, it's rare I get to cover good news for this game. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.